A warning now from a Clay County mother to all parents. She just learned her son's death is connected to a massive synthetic drug bust. She says this can happen to any parent's child, and they need to pay attention to what their kids are doing. 16-year-old Matthew Purdy from Clay County died in October. Police say he took a synthetic drug known as Sunshine, which was purchased from a smoker's video store. 3 locations were raided on Wednesday. And News4Jax has learned one of the owners is now being charged with manslaughter in relation to Purdy's death. Channel 4's Ashley Harding joins us live. Ashley, we understand Purdy's mother was not aware that synthetic drugs were even a factor in her son's death. What did she think was the cause?
Stacy, she first thought that this was an allergic reaction of some sort. In fact, News4Jax even covered his death when it happened last October. But now that we know more about what led up to Matthew's death, she wants parents to know that this can happen and hopefully prevent another tragedy.
He liked to help people. He touched a lot of people's hearts, and his death broke a lot of people's hearts.
Brenda Levy Purdy spoke lovingly about her son Matthew Purdy. She says it wasn't until recently that she learned how Matthew died. Her goal now is to save lives. At the time of her son's death, Purdy didn't even know what Sunshine was. At first, she thought Matthew had an allergic reaction to something. She wants one thing to be clear.
My son did not purchase it. They were given to him. That was one of the reasons why he had the reaction and died, because the way the Sunshine worked, he kind of had to have a tolerance. And because he did not have a tolerance to it, which was caused it.
Right now, the owner of the store with the drugs that killed Matthew is facing charges. His name is Ronald Brown Jr. Purdy is both thankful and relieved.
Of course I was relieved that they made an arrest, and then just the thought of having all those drugs off the street and no one else's child and no parent would have to go through this.
A message Purdy hopes will resonate. Her hope also is that her son won't be forgotten. And so far, there have been 9 arrests in connection with these raids. Police tell us they expect to make more in the near future. We will keep you updated on the news and on our website, news4jax.com, when those more arrests do come. Live this morning, Ashley Harding, Channel 4, the local station.